What's new with Mercedes-Benz GLE? Well, this for a start. We're getting ahead of ourselves here.
No, the all-new 4th generation GLE large SUV isn't possessed, but it is loaded with a host of new tricks and features to boost the appeal of Mercedes-Benz's popular family hauler. Let's check them out.
Outside, the GLE is physically bigger in every dimension except height. But the longest stretch is an extra 10.5 centimetres in length and 8 centimetres in wheelbase. The body is stiffer and more aerodynamic, but it's full of design cues that hark back to the original ML.
When the third row stows, there's no penalty in rear cargo space compared to the 5-seat version.
The 7-seat format will be standard for the Australian version, but buyers can choose to just have 5 seats as a no-cost option. The rear seats in this top-spec 450 version are fully electric, giving an extra 7 centimetres of knee room over the old GLE. It's huge! With the rear seats adjusted all the way forward, you get an extra 13.5 centimetres of load depth. Call it 825 litres. And the rear seats can fold electrically. Total boot space is over 2,000 litres. Inside is a refreshed design with a huge widescreen digital cockpit display.
The latest MBUX infotainment that debuted on A-Class, including the neat forward camera sat-nav guidance, and some new tweaks to the user interface, including gesture control when your hand approaches the touchpad or the touchscreen. So far, so stationary. Let's go for a drive.
The all-new GLE gets all-new engines for the Aussie lineup. It starts off with the entry-level 300D, which gets a 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel, good for 180 kilowatts and 500 newton meters of torque. The mid-spec of the range is the 400D, which gets a 3-litre 6-cylinder diesel engine, good for 243 kilowatts and a surly 700 newton meters. Your single choice for petrol power is the 450. It is a mild hybrid that combines petrol and electric power. The petrol side of it is a 3-litre 6-cylinder, good for 270 kilowatts and 500 newton meters. There's also an electric motor that's located between the engine and the transmission that only makes 16 kilowatts but adds an extra 250 newton meters. They're all backed by 9-speed autos and all-wheel drive systems with torque on demand. The 450 mild hybrid is only 1/10 quicker to 100 than the 400D, but it does come with a pretty neat party trick.
You can option this 450 with a 48-volt active air suspension system. Does it serve a purpose? You can look like a B-grade rap star while you're cruising Lygon Street. Alternatively, it'll help you get out of sand if you get bogged. There's more to this e-active body control system than party tricks. It individually controls spring and damper forces at each wheel, and you can adjust each wheel's ride height from in the cabin to regain tyre contact off-road. There's a curve function that tilts the SUV into the corners on road, and a road surface scan that predictively tunes the suspension to the road immediately ahead.
Fresh, more practical, and loaded with tech, the all-new Mercedes-Benz GLE certainly looks to have the goods. But is it any good? Check out our full review of the range at caradvice.com ahead of its local launch in second quarter 2019.